Right, hey Pa, this is your instructional video on how to feed and water the birds. We've got small seeds and big seeds, and this is the easiest way to water them is you just take that can with you. So here we go, I'm going to show you all 4 of the spots for the outside animals. And some are easier than others. In here, we've got the budgies and cockatiels over this end. We fill that up with water using the watering jug. If the bowl gets really grotty or has lots of poo in it or pollution in it, you can tip it out and clean it, but you could also just top it up with water. That measuring cup is important because the birds stand on it, and if one falls in, it helps them not drown. We also fill that up with water. That is pretty easy to take in and out and just rest on the tray. Then we use that Chinese food container. Now, with the spent seeds, so there'll be a heap of husks left there, we tip those down the bottom for the quail. There's a secondary food source here as well. That's what that is. Which can also be tipped down to the quail. And here's the quail water. We just use a Chinese food container again for that. Now, what I do is I sprinkle a few handfuls of seeds on the ground for the quail, and then the husks and leftover seeds he also eats. I'm going to take this with me to demonstrate how we can feed the finch aviary. So here's the finch aviary, and there's Gibby on the loose, the guinea pig, don't mind him. So we've got, that's the container we use for water for the quails. So you can just top that up through there. We have a secondary one there, the blue one. And we've got the sole water source for the finches at the top. Now, to access anything on this tray, you got to pull that spring back. It might need a little bit of force, but then you can open it. And you should be able to reach with your hand to top up these seeds here, and then to take this off the hook. There we go. Now this I think probably doesn't even need to be on a hook, you can just rest it there. And that's the water source for those ones, and that's how to access it. It's important to make sure that the what do you call it? The latch goes through the hole there, because we've had this blow open before and birds escape when it's not been done properly. Now over here, to access that blue secondary water source, which could be important on the hot days, you got to open that latch. Then you'll have to reach through with your hand and grab this other latch. It's hard to see, but there's another latch there. And then you pull that latch. I would rest it just slightly open there, otherwise you'll be dealing with 2 open doors. Close this door, and then you can open up down here and access the aviary at the low level. Now, the birds at the top shouldn't fly down, and the quail should stay pretty well away from you. So that's how you would top this up, and this is also how you can top up these seeds here, which are for the bottom quails. And to latch it back in, you just pull the latch past the hole, and then you can just push it the rest of the way. Now, while we're on Gibby is just loose, so we leave that hitched open and put some water in here for him. We don't give Gibby any food. He survives off of eating the grass, which there's heaps of, and the plants. But if you want to give him a carrot a couple of times a week, he would really appreciate that. Now over here are the ringnecks. So the ringnecks are a little bit tricky. Hello, do you want a bicky? Now this is the food source for them, and that's the water source. Now they can be a little bit tricky to top up, especially if Indy's over here. So if this is happening, you can give him a little piece of bread or a biscuit from the pantry, and he should leave you alone, and you'll be able to top up the food there. With the water's a bit fiddly. The food is fairly easy to unclip and remove. The water is a bit trickier to get in and out, so I just use the jug to top it up from the outside there, as we did with the quails. So there you go, that's your bird tour. If you're having trouble with the ringnecks, let us know. We can try and give you some advice, or get Matt Murphy, our neighbour friend, to help as well. The end.